Ba-ding. Okay. So, previous session, everyone ended up at this perfectly benign bookbinder's abode belonging to Bufaga, the benevolent bullfrog man, where the bunch of you battled some banging armors. Breaking out of that bout, you bounced to the basement with Bufaga, and after Twig and discovered a bushel of barrels and a book illuminated by candles. After an exchange, Makayla and Twig were beckoned to spill the beans, and Twig was guided over to a corner. Barrels were brushed back to behold a door, bringing Twig, shadowed by Chuman, to a small cave that reeks of a bloody metal and nutty smell. Bufaga bowled a candle into the darkness to reveal the muck and filth to be awful, from which a muscly stalk rises up to look at the new offering. It looks side to side before acknowledging bird and bullfrog, and something rises out of the horror on the floor, slowly coming this way. This session has been brought to you by the letter B.
Yeah. Golf claps all around. That was very impressive.
Amazing alliteration.
Snap, snap, snap.
First and foremost, the group on the stairs, what would you like to do?
Xalia's going upstairs and looking around for where the fuck her book is.
Okay.
Which essentially means trying out the other doors.
Mm-hmm. I get you.
I think Makayla's just going wherever Pastiche drags her.
Okay.
At this point, I think she's kind of despondent right now, if anything.
And Pastiche.
Pastiche is going to be at the top of the stairs, just watching Makayla closely.
Okay.
Making sure she's alright.
Okay. Let's see. So, Pastiche and Makayla, you two are left alone as Xalia skitters off into the darkness. Makayla, you can see her a little bit. Xalia, as you stand now, you can see east into the big room, the big central room that's lit by all the candles and stuff. You can see like a line of light at the what you assume to be as a door. A line of light at the bottom towards the south. But other than that, you can't see anything coming from your current position.
Okay, she's gonna just keep going up the stairs then, like get back up to the landing because this direction's been a bust.
Okay. Oh, sorry. What I described was at the top of the stairs.
Oh.
So like you climb up the stairs, like you're on the landing, and then Makayla and Pastiche stay there, and then you continue up the rest of the stairs.
Okay, so this should be back in like the room with the armors, right?
Yes. Let me pull you to the current scene. So you are you are currently here, and we'll say you're like here. Oops, Bufaga's not there. So you can see to your east, and then you can see a thin line of light to the south, but it's on the ground, so it indicates that there's a door with a light beyond there.
She'll try that door then, the one that's closed.
It's open. In here is just kind of like a little study room. Sorry, not a little study. It's just a unremarkable room. There's barrels and crates. There's a kind of like a hearth, just going away, going at it, just lighting the room up. You can see maybe it's like pots and pans. It looks like a storage for kitchen utensils, but you don't see like a kitchen.
Okay. And presumably there's no sign of like this is where the things that were stolen were stashed, sort of deal.
Make a perception check.
Okay. We all know Xalia is immaculate. Oh, never mind, she actually is.
Yeah, she does. It doesn't look like there's any places for books or pages or like any kind of reading material to be. Just
Okay.
you notice that there's just plenty of barrels and crates, but there's an odd smell that comes from the barrels and crates. It's as you step in, the room smells very much like what's the word? The previous floor, the lower floor. It smells like similar to the basement. This kind of like meaty almond smell. You do see another door to the south, of course.
I guess she's curious and she's gonna look inside, like a barrel.
Okay. It's easy enough. It's not like battened down or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And what is in this barrel is horror. There is blood everywhere. It looks like organs, meat. You got an 18. There's an extremity in here.
Interesting. I don't
okay.
know if she if Xalia especially feels anything about that.
I was halfway expecting it to be, just kidding, but no, I guess not.
Alright, she's going to note that, and because it might be of interest to her friends, and she's vaguely wondering where the fuck they came from. But she's gonna go check out the other door, I think.
Okay.
Hmm?
Go ahead and open that door.
I can't.
You step
okay.
inside.
There we go.
And let's see, where where'd my notes go for this room?
Game is paused. I can't move myself.
Okay, so this room. This room, it looks like a quaint dining area. It's got a large rectangular table in the center and many cozy furniture things around. There's a small kitchen bar with a stove top, so clearly this is where they bring the kitchen utensils from the other room and then cook them here.
Right, so this is like the dining room.
Yeah. There is a candelabra at the south, and an overhead chandelier illuminates the room. Sprawled out over the dining room are several parchments with drawings on them.
Instantly gonna go run and look at those books. Books.
Oh, sorry. There are also. Let me find out how many. 2 rabbits. As soon as you like jolt towards the, as soon as you jolt towards the table, the one that is standing on the table just hops off, and then with the sudden movement, it causes one to rustle some like pots and pans to your right as you come in, but you head straight to the table.
Criminals. Criminals.
Natural 20 on your wisdom.
She's ignoring the criminals.
Okay. Ignoring the criminals and staying true to books. These are like large parchments. They look like they've got drawings.
Okay.
There's hang on, I forgot to prep something because you guys were downstairs.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Xalia causing problems.
Nope. Okay. Let's see here. There's several drawings. Can I just drag and drop this? Is it that convenient? No. Can I copy paste? Oh wait, no, I can't because I turned that module off because no one, including myself, was using it.
Oh no!
All right, in that case.
Sigma, do you want to laugh that bad? Okay.
Let's see here. The drawings are difficult to describe, so I am going to just circumvent that and just put them directly into Discord.
Okay.
So these are large drawings.
Hey, baby, please.
They look
Okay.
like that. Let's see here.
Hello, I would like my arm.
I mean, you don't need that arm. That's her arm.
I need that arm to click things and also to feed her.
Stuff like that. All of them, like, very vaguely shaped like waves. There's one that's shaped like a wave. There's one that is shaped kind of like a tree. There's one that's shaped similar to one that and then there is one that looks like a bird.
Okay.
Like there's just several. There's a ton of them. Like they're just a smattering of these things. As you look at this, there also appears to be some like scratching, like just ink. Looks like there's dripped ink, handwriting, scratches, whatever it is. It's ink arranged in a block of lines, but it's not a language or script you know or recognize.
Okay. Can she Arcana to see if she recognizes the symbols of anything?
Sure. You can dip back into your brain. What's your history? Are you proficient in history?
Yes. +7 as well.
Okay.
Though she isn't native to this continent.
Yeah. The items here, the depictions here, they do look similar to things that you may have studied about beforehand, and it is something about individuals that have like these emblems, either like seem like maybe tattooed on their body or something, or somehow they're marked up with these pictures on their actual body, and it's something that happened or happens from birth. They're born with it. But you're not quite sure what to recall. But you do recall Mr. Alzir talking about one such mark that he sports of his own.
Cool. I guess she's just gonna take these.
Okay. Yoink.
Yep. Is there anything else in here that you can see?
That's the main thing of interest, of course. There's many other things, like there's a little piano. There's lots of bookshelves that are filled with books. There's a fireplace, chairs.
Do the books look anything interesting to her?
Well, there's many bookshelves. There's many books you can kind of thumb through the spines.
Yeah, basically that. Anything that catches her eye.
Okay. Let's see here. There's landmarks to visit about Khorzaire. It's titled Landmarks to Bucket List. There's let's see here, rigorous demands. There's there's a book that just has the title Last Spring. Golden Colloquia on sleight of hand. Wondrous Autumn.
So basically, nothing she really cares about.
Unfortunately.
I mean, that's so it may be. This is a door, right? Does she see this door?
You do also see a door to the north.
Okay, she's gonna try to go through that one.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. You can click on it to open it.
Yeah, I know what door this is. Yeah.
All right, just
I can see. I know where this is. Zayla isn't.
Okay.
Doesn't.
Yeah, so you open the door, and then it looks like you've made a U-turn. You're back in the main room.
I'm gonna make a quick. Does she put things together? Check for right here. I feel like this would be intelligence more than wisdom. No, she does not. Okay. So she's just gonna go. I think she was making a sweep of the room, and this was the last door she tried. So he's probably gonna continue this room and try that door.
Okay.
Huh?
This is actually not a door. It's just a doorway.
Oh,
You can freely
well,
go
she
there.
she's going that way.
Okay. You can see that there's a set of stairs that lead up, and then there's a small landing. You can see a rabbit there.
Criminal.
Criminal.
It's a little dark to see anything else, but
A distinct flash of white fur.
yeah,
Criminal.
almost bioluminescent fur. They're glow in the dark. You just hold them in the light for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's probably not going to. She's decided she cares more about, unless it attacks her, she's gonna just ignore them.
Okay.
But I guess she'll try to look around in here, particularly for a light of any kind.
There is an unlit. What's the word? Brazier. As you're just fumbling on the wall around Brazier Height, it's where they normally keep them in your home, back at home.
Right.
But yeah, you fumble and you find the kind of a candlestick for it, and there's a little candle-like feeling. Feels like wax. It's a tube.
Okay. But she doesn't really have a way to light it.
Tell me you're magic and you don't have a way to light a candle.
She has a way to make fake candlelight. She could burning hands it and burn the entire place down.
Infinite possibilities.
Patented Xalia move.
Wait, she did actually have prestidigitation. Did that actually let you? Okay, she actually can just turn that on. Cool, I forgot about that.
Okay. Radical.
Mhm.
You light up the candle. And let me grab a candle. Shink. Light. With the candle illuminating the room, you can see that there is a set of stairs leading up once more. You can see there's a little nightstand up there.
Well,
Or a
she's
hallway
exploring this way. Up she goes.
Okay, and there's a door here.
Open sesame.
Open sesame. Alright. So you open the door, and there is something of a study.
Right.
There
This is where
is-
Twig and Makayla were earlier, but Xalia hasn't been here yet.
Yeah, this room. Let's see here. There's loose sheets of paper everywhere. They're scattered over the desk, across the floor. It seems like a stack of papers to the right has been previously toppled, and it's sent more sheets on the floor.
Well-
there's a few books here and there, and there's strips of leather and hole punchers. There's to your right, there's a bust of a human lady. It's certainly plausible that some of your papers made it this way.
I mean, yeah, she's looking for papers. Here are papers.
Alright. So, go ahead and you interact with the papers. There's a variety of pages, and just as you're settling your eyes upon them to read the words, I need you to make a wisdom save throw.
Okay.
Or actually, hey, hang on. Is it wisdom? Did that supposed to be wisdom? It is wisdom. Okay. Alright. There is a flash of pink light and like a camera noise.
Right.
And it blinds you temporarily, you're seeing spots for a moment, you wobble a bit, and I need to roll a d10.
Okay.
Alright. And oh, hello, Shadow.
Oh, I'm Shadow Spirit now. Yeah.
Greetings, Shadow Spirit. Let's see. Shadow Spirit's not here. Let's just delete Shadow Spirit. Let's see. So as you're taking this time to look through the sheets of paper, the pink flash washes over you, and suddenly you find yourself unable to move. Like you can't will your muscles to do something. It's almost like you feel relatively sick. Like you put your hands down on the desk and you kind of like steady yourself for a moment, and for several seconds, it's like you don't have the ability to muster or command your extremities, which is altogether very unnerving for a shape changer as yourself.
Yep. Did you mention that it came from the statue specifically, or would she not notice that?
What is your passive perception?
I think it is 10.
Okay.
Yes, it's 10.
Let's flip a coin. No, Xalia may not have noticed that. Sorry, let me use specific wording. Did not. Would not have noticed it came from the statue.
Okay. Then do any of the papers seem like they're at all promising? Like they look appropriately ruffled, or that would be ripped carried across the town by a rabbit mouth?
Let's see here. The pages that you're looking at now appear to be from a boring sounding book about trees. But as you are right now, even your eyes, you can't will your eyes to look around. There's a smattering of papers elsewhere, but the ones on the desk are truly boring. But for now, you cannot move.
Okay.
And I think at that point, I'll take the opportunity to jump up to Twig.
Sounds good.
Let me pull you back here so you can see the scene. Okay. Roll me another d10, Xalia.
Okay.
Okay. And also a wisdom save.
Okay. Nope.
Okay. Thank you very much. And I'll roll this one for you. Okay. Alright. We'll come back to Xalia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that'll be very funny. Looking forward to that. Okay, so, good to know. Let's see, next. Dun 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 dun. Twig, your starry eyes let you see into the darkness. The vine-like stalk rises until it's like an eye stalk. It's got like a little eye. You can see kind of like little fletching on it. The vine-like stalk rises until you see what it is attached to. This grotesque yellow bulbous form shambles into your sight. It's got more rubbery tentacles that flail above its hide that stands on not 4 but 3 sturdy extremities. The only impressive feature about it is this massive gaping maw riddled with long pointed teeth, themselves unclean. It uses one tentacle to shovel some of the muck that the candle rolled on into its mouth. It's now illuminated by the dim candlelight of the room that you're standing in. Chuman, you can see this now too, and everyone in the house can hear in your heads, hunger. Bufuga speaks, focused on the creature. This is an Odia. He waits a moment, then rests a froggy extremity on Twig's shoulder reassuringly, and you hear a barrel lid clatter to the ground. Chuman, behind you, shambles a dwarven wanderer. In everyone's head, rings "Come," and it sees Twig and screeches, and it rushes Twig, and Bufaga, in a very, very calm manner, says, "Odia is the only thing that awaits a wanderer." You two, what do you do?
Just to double check, at this time, Twig's no longer like under any sort of compulsion, right?
That's correct. You've got this wanderer that kind of like fell out and then like shambled out of a barrel that was in the cellar, and then its screeches and it's rushing towards you and Bufaga. I will say you do not know Chuman is there. Chuman is currently invisible.
Is the Wanderer like in the doorway?
It is heading towards you just at this moment. It is this dwarf-looking, kind of stocky wanderer, like a beard that looks like it was brushed, ? And this sunken eyes has got claws and rushing south. It is it's anywhere you want it to be, like either just rushing, it's in the doorway, or it's coming at you, just as far as what your reaction is.
You said the only word was come?
Let's see. Earlier, hunger, and then just now, come.
Okay. I see whether it's looking to attack like Twig or Bufaga.
Okay.
From the Wanderer.
It doesn't seem like it has a particular aim. It looks like it's going to attack at least one of them.
Hmm.
That's its intent anyway. It's pretty clear. You don't need an insight check to find out that it's trying to...
Right.
I think at this point, Twig will like stumble away from the tentacled friend and like draw his weapons.
Okay.
He's a little bit scared right now.
Okay. Let's see.
So he'll like draw his weapons and face the Wanderer blocking the doorway.
Alright.
Or like rushing towards him.
Yeah. You two, I would like you to go ahead and roll nothing, because what happens is the Wanderer is quickly snatched up by a fetid tentacle. It's like slammed into the cave wall. It kind of like shakes the foundation of the home for a moment, and then it's delivered to the gnashing teeth, which begin chomping down while the enormous lizardman continues. And then the music changes.
See.
And Chuman, you watch all this from the shadows. Yeah, it's... Goodbye. Created from some demonic pact long ago, this is where the dead of Khorzaire end up. Each major city has one, hidden away as its darkest secret. If it is not fed enough, they rampage. I've been importing food for it and appropriating meals from the market to keep it sated. Now, that precious tiefling of yours. Imagine what would happen to your poor Anna if that greedy crone found her. Or worse, that guzzling Odia bade her come, lulled by sweet promises. I don't want that. No one wants that. Turns to you. You say you're searching for a cure. What if I told you there was one?
Twig still has like one eye on the beast. And he just says, "Then why do you have one of these things?"
The beast is just gobbling. Well, I have one because...
Yeah. Is that Rye that's squeaking?
It's my dog.
Cool.
I was honestly about to ask if it was Newton, but
Very good.
It's a good bark.
The Odia makes those noises as you keep one eye on it. as it's chomping.
As it's chewing.
Yeah, as it's chewing. Bufuga explains, I have one because I am the leader of the city. It is something I have to manage. Tell
Even
me.
when there's a cure.
Well, allow me to further explain. Are you familiar with dragon shards? Dragon shards are inert crystals, but yet they tingle. They buoy ruins and rock to the sky and sunder the land with earthquakes. If there's nothing to them, why do you think that is? And he looks to you, expecting your guess.
Twig just shrugs and says, "What does this have to do with the curse, though?"
Points a little froggy toe, froggy finger. Each dragon, yeah, like he lifts his leg up and points at you. Dang it, we're in the mood. All right.
No, it's okay.
All right. Each dragon shard is capable of caging a soul. When a creature dies in Khorzaire, an ancient legendary magic eventually imprisons the essence of life into one crystal and tethers it to one such red crystal, cursing your Anna with endless wanderlust. That's simply not good. She can't wander forever, she would get tired. But if we were to rescue precious Anna, who shows signs of being different from her ilk, I can bring her back to life. Gracious, refreshing, loving life. That evil sitting atop her throne, Luxnox, doesn't want this. No, she would keep it a secret and betray your tiefling for her own evil, naughty ends. There is a certain group through which we have learned that her comparably corrupt and vile law enforcer leader is delivering an artifact that can divine anything. Notably, a sequence of events that can lead to nations rising and falling, but also we can use it to locate the specific crystal that holds your Anna. King, I believe he is called. Even bribed ferocious pirates to assault and weaken unlucky Hellandis nation. They are breaking every rule this land has held dear and used it to keep itself safe from civil war for ages. This must be stopped. Will their path of destruction know no bounds? Will Khorzaire not remember peace? Will divine Anna not be revived? You and I both need that device. Intercept it. Kill Zoza Raikel. It's all her fault. For the restoration of my master's Khorzaire, let us help each other. It's all right. You would not be the first one to seek me for help.
I'm sorry, what was that last line?
You beg him to repeat himself. You would not be the first one to seek me for help. He extends a froggy hand.
Twig is like he's still sort of staring at the monster. And then he turns to Bufuga and asks, Why do you want Zozore dead so badly?
She... Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Okay. She... seems to be thinking. Choosing his words. Is powerful. She impedes the progress of Khorzaire. She does not want our goal to be achieved. She does not want Anna to be restored. She does not want anyone to be restored. She would rather feed them all to Odia. And she has a position in Khorzaire that gives her many resources, yes. And he just kind of trails off.
Mm-hmm. Twig will like prod him on. What kind of resources?
Well, she controls all the food, yes. She governs over all the food. She would rather use that to gorge herself instead of feed it to the Odiag that she commands. Why, that's what I've been doing here to keep it sated. You would think that someone with such power, with such governance, would do all that they can. But they don't. So I'm offering you the ability to right a wrong. And save those who are dear to you, for now and in the future, my good friend.
Being from Nox, does it seem like this matches up from Twig's experience there?
She... Make a history check. I will... Yeah, even though that's your hometown, in this conversation with Bufuga, hey, a 21! Things are... In this conversation with Bufuga, things are getting a little muddled. But you think back to yourself that Merchant Queen Zozore does, like, it is known that she has a different way of doing things. Like, she prefers to handle herself, her nation, much differently. Like, she walks out among all the people, rather than chill in a mansion or palace all day. Twig has only ever known her to be kind and caring, like even doting. Doting is the correct word to describe Merchant Queen Zozore Raincaller. King, of course, is also very polite and lenient. So if they are doing kind of nefarious deeds that Bufuga claims, it's surely a secret that they're keeping from the populace. Because as you remember, all of your interactions with Zozore just out on the street, or anything like that, anytime she's addressed him, as you're remembering and going back on the history of things, what he's describing is not as you recall.
Twig's like trying to keep eye contact with Bufaga, but his eyes keep like trailing off to the side, like to the monster. And he says, "What you're asking of me is a big thing. Could you give me some time to think it over?" And like slowly starts inching away.
He takes a step towards you. No, we must. We must band together now. Time is of the essence. Why? That delivery will get to her any day, any week now. If you... The sooner that you agree, Mr. Twig, now I can aid you in your quest. And truly, it is our quest. I can aid you in your quest. I can provide you whatever you need. The specific things you need. Think of the peace that you can bring about. There's something brewing, my young bird. We have to take the pot off of the stove before it boils over.
Does the monster look like it's ready to, I guess, feed again, or does it look like it's ready to lash out at any point?
You can see like a bit of impatience. And I would say only because of where Mr. Chuman has been spending the past couple years. Go ahead and roll me an insight check, though. Yeah, you can see a bit of impatience because it's kind of like flailing its tentacles around. Not flailing, but kind of like twitching, just whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. They've got some movement to them. But the thing is otherwise featureless. Like, it's difficult to kind of see what its intentions are about. You can see like this little stalk, this little eye stalk looking around. It's not really focused on anything, it's just looking around. But Chuman, you can comfortably hear all of this too.
Right.
Even while you're keeping a keen eye.
Yeah, Chuman is just quietly paying attention, waiting.
What do you do, Twig?
Twig will nod to Bufaga and say, "Yes, of course. Time is of the essence. So what exactly would you have me do when we, like, once we go to Luxnox?"
When kind of leans towards you, still grinning this devious grin, like it's a wide smile, and you can see his pointy teeth, and he kind of says, "When the delivery is about to happen, or when the delivery reaches Luxnox, or even any time before, intercept this device and bring it to me. There's a lovely lady waiting to read it, and I also need you to remove that creature from her throne. I will give you the tools to do it. Very effective. All you have to do is promise. Now.
At this point, Chuman kind of speaks up, still at the door, and should he refuse?
Roll intimidation. 14, okay. You both can see Bufaga has startled. He kind of like looks up and takes a sharp breath of air. Ugh!
You've been prying on and on about this promise that it needs to be done quickly. Yet you leave out details, important details at least, especially for one to get his hands dirty.
Well, if he refuses, it will be a broken promise. And that broken promises in Khorzaire, as anyone knows, are bad deals.
How is one a broken promise if he's never agreed in the first place?
Kind of slowly turns away from the disembodied voice in the air, in the doorway. And just, you can see Bufaga shift his gaze slowly back towards Twig. Surely you understand the weight of this promise. I can restore your Anna. I promise.
Twig thinks for a second and then says, "So you're saying this delivery has a device that can locate the dragon shard that belongs to Anna, and from that she can be revived?"
That's right. There is a technique that I am closing on the research of. I have help from my connections. You have said an accurate statement. It is a good sum up.
Twig will start slowly backing away, and he'll say to Bufaga, "With respect, I think me and my friends can figure out the rest.
What?
Thank you for doing business, though."
What? No.
Twig's inching away.
Peace? We can bring peace to your Anna.
I don't think she wants your peace.
You can see his visage kind of get a little more twisted. Let's see.
Chuman at this point basically has his bow ready.
Trying to do something fun here.
And then mentions what you bring for this Anna is an idealistic theory, never been proven. You do not disturb the dead.
So he'll cock his head back a little bit, but not say anything.
You can see his face twist a little bit as he as his frog eyes kind of get wider. The red on his tattoos, that encircle his body, kind of get a little brighter. And no, wow, I was so close. His token changes. That's what I wanted to do. As he makes another start. Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, Xalia's tripping balls in a study.
Somewhat. Yes. Meanwhile, Zoaz, you get the same music.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. We're gonna bring Zoaz to the current map. Pull the scene. Don't worry about these people; they're not here.
Uh-huh.
Ding. All right, Zoaz, you walk out of the home with a sigh.
And a hole in his side, which he will probably be promptly healing with Cure Wounds.
It's true. The sand is hot on your feet, with recent events swirling in your mind. Your charges telling you to sign the guest book. Armors are coming to life and assaulting yourself and the strangest member of the caravan. Bless you.
That was not a sneeze, that was a snort.
Oh,
So,
my
Frustrated
apologies. I
at-
take it back.
frustrated
Damn you to
at-
hell.
No!
frustrated at the lack of help and just sort of. I mean, Zoaz didn't want to. He refused to be caught there. He did not want to be associated by members of maybe not the upper class, but like the government sort of government figures as, you know, someone who breaks into houses. He could lose his job, his entire life, for stuff like that. And I mean, he just had to go. He's just sort of like muttering to himself, like, sign the guest book, they said.
As you continue this monologue, this inner monologue, and keeping yourself together, your stab wounds, while spot healed, they still ache as
Yes.
and as you leave your companions to fend for themselves in circumstances they created for themselves, while the metals in your devotion raiments distract you back to reality. Smells of the sun out here. The buildings around you draped in their ivy to break up the monotony of the color. There's this balmy warmth that brushes your scales. What would you like to do?
Well, Zoaz would probably, at this time, while he's still sort of figuring things out, would probably sit down by the fountain and just sort of get lost in his own thoughts. You know, like, stops really paying attention to what's around him, focuses very, very much inward. Sitting down on the edge of the fountain, contemplating. And...
You hear an earnest, but yeah, you hear an earnest, like, voice call out to you. Shepherd. You can hear the caution in her voice. You look up.
Zoaz, looks up, startled a bit.
Look up and you see a familiar woman with literally fiery red hair, sitting dejectedly on the second floor of a home, with legs hanging over the edge and hands on the railing that she rests upon.
Zoaz, spots Fancy Mel, and says, "Ah, Mel. Yes, do you have a, request?"
I know shepherds guide people from one place to another. Do you also do guiding, like verbal guiding, like what's it called? Giving advice? Do you give advice? Do you guide advice?
Zoaz chuckles a bit and says, "It may not be in the job description for a shepherd, but as a devotee to Selene, I would be remiss to not provide someone a shoulder to lean on in their time of need. So, speak. I am here to listen."
Can you come up here?
Zoaz raises an eyebrow and says, "Indeed," and will make his way over.
Okay. Yeah, you find a stairway that goes straight to the roof. So, bloop, 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 bloop. As you get up here, she's kind of like turns around and faces you. Thanks. I don't know what to do.
Zoaz looks at her expectantly.
So, what do you do when someone tells you that they can do something, but then later you find out that it doesn't make sense? Like, she looks around. Listen, I'm about to drop something heavy on you. Is that alright?
Let's see. I suppose so, yes.
Mel takes a deep breath and says, "Hey, so my mom was turned to stone outside Lampshade by some basilisks. She, what I really want to do is I want to be a great practitioner like my mom and go to school, but I'm just a delivery girl. I think my mom got like up to the 8th circle of magic. She's pretty powerful, you know. But I was delivering something to Bufaga's house one day, and he said that he could write a letter of recommendation to get me into the school in exchange for working for him, and keep quiet about the stuff that's going on in his yeah. So Bufaga actually, my mom used to lead the town. Bufaga took over after she got petrified. Bufaga keeps saying stuff like he needs me, I'm useful, that my dragon mark will show the way, but he has me delivering people to him, and if he's going to send me to university, that doesn't make sense to me.
Zoaz is taken aback. Delivering people?
She looks up at you, kind of like bites her upper lip. Literally.
Zoaz's blood runs cold for a second as he realizes what his allies may have gotten themselves into. And Zoaz looks around. There's nobody in the vicinity, I assume, correct?
Correct. Well, make a perception check, actually.
Okay. Not that. This.
Looks clear.
Nobody?
The coast is clear.
Coast is clear. Zoaz, seeing nobody except those two, in the immediate area, stares directly into Mel's eyes, like unbroken eye contact, and says, "I promise not to tell another soul about what you and Bufuga have been doing, at least until I have a better understanding. But I need you to tell me what exactly he's been doing. Some people that are very dear to me may be in grave danger."
I'm a delivery girl, so I deliver all sorts of stuff, food, people, both of both varieties. The already dead kind, like wanderers that have already been dispatched, or also the kind that are alive. I'm sorry, I don't want to do it anymore.
I understand completely. That's terrible.
It doesn't have any like bonk him over the head or anything. We set up meetings, and I just don't see him anymore after that. So I've been thinking maybe he's running a hotel. That doesn't make sense.
Well, Zoaz's voice catches in his throat a bit. I believe that I can understand how it feels to lose someone close to you, though maybe in my case not in the same way. I think at least a little I share your pain. And I understand, and of course I cannot blame you, if indeed this is what I'm thinking. It is. I cannot blame you, nor hold anything against you for the things you've done. But I would highly, highly suggest that you do not remain involved with Bufuga.
I made a promise.
Mel, I have just recently come from his estate, and I plan on heading back there. Do you have any knowledge of the layout of his abode? Have you been invited inside?
Yeah, that's what got me into this mess in the first place. There's a basement. It smells really bad. Don't go down there. No, I guess you'll end up going up down there. His house smells bad. You might want to like get like some donut air freshener. Never mind. So, focus smell. Yeah. So he's got. You go in. There's a study to the like on your right, and then to the west there's stairs down. That's what got me into this mess, this whole trouble. There's a cellar down there. There's some. That's where all the nastiness is.
Zoaz nods and will mention, I apologize for how I behaved when we first met. I think I have a greater understanding of your position, and may Selenia's blessings be upon you, Mel.
Make a persuasion check.
Come on, Zoaz.
Alright, a 5. She nods at you. She looks... Yeah, she just gives you a nod. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, thanks.
Zoaz nods. Sort of takes stock of where he is, remembers how to get to Bufaga's house, looks to Mel, and says, well, I believe I have some friends to apologize to and a duty to go fulfill. I apologize, I may not have provided exactly what you were looking for, but...
Do you want to take my bike?
Zoaz raises an eyebrow.
She points over her shoulder. There's the bike. It's got this weird contraption to it. It seems mended. It's got like these huge, like, crossways bandages on it.
Well, I suppose asking is it safe would be a bit... I know it's not exactly safe, but could it get me to Bufaga's house?
She nods.
I would appreciate it quite a bit. Are you sure that you're okay with this?
I've got one that isn't modified. I think I'll start using that one.
Zoaz nods and says, I believe once this is over, I will see if the Temple of Selene here can do anything about your mother and her situation.
I mean, they know. They already said they can't.
Zoaz coughs. Well, as a shepherd, I go many places. I will keep an ear to the ground for artifacts or exorcists that could potentially remove such an affliction. And, well, see if I can't convince them to come here and help. Khorzaire is a big place, and it's full of many powerful people. I'm sure someone can find something. And by Selene, I will do my best to help you.
Another persuasion check, please.
And Zoaz isn't... well... oh my gosh.
Another 5.
To be clear, Zoaz isn't making that up or anything. That's coming from the heart.
You don't know what the DC is.
Fair enough.
She nods. Yeah. Yeah, it sure is. As you get on the bike and, like, move it down the stairs. Like, she hasn't moved. She's still dangling.
Zoaz realizes that he doesn't exactly know how to operate this bike. Mel? I don't believe that I exactly understand how this bike works.
You hold the handlebars, and then there's pedals, right? So they go in a circular motion. You have to balance and.
Oh, is this a literal bicycle? I thought it was the heckin'
It's a literal
flying
bicycle.
machine. Oh, scratch that.
It is the same bicycle, but it appears that you can pedal it too.
Zoaz, scratch that. Realized what he was saying and how dumb it was, and then will nod and begin pedaling towards Bufaga's household.
She just gives you a flat expression. And then calls down, hey, if you see my uncle, don't kill him.
Zoaz nearly crashes on his way.
It's
Because he rubbernecked and turns around and then thinks he misheard something and continues biking.
perfectly normal bookbinder's house, where Xalia is upstairs at a desk, and Makayla and Pastiche are in a stairwell in the dark. You guys, everybody in the house, that's also Xalia, Pastiche, and Makayla, you also hear the hunger and come in your minds. What would you like to do? There's maybe, I guess you maybe also feel the shake.
Xalia able to move?
Xalia is able to move, and let me see. The creature uses all its movement to move in a random direction. I rolled a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it doesn't count center. Yeah, Xalia, let's see here. It's 5 east. What? Are we?
Oh. Alright, so she just goes east?
I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, so she just clambers down the stairway awkwardly.
Yeah, Xalia, in a bout of not knowing where, when, or what you are, still not having control over.
I mean, that's not unusual. The last part.
Still not having control over yourself, you just lurch and stumble eastwards, which is down the stairs, taking almost tripping and stumbling over yourself. You just end up just kind of gently bumping into the wall. It's like a little picture frame. It's a picture of a big frog, dude.
Okay.
Pastiche is going to look Makayla over, pat her down, kind of take one last close observation, make sure there's nothing untoward about her.
So she seems
kind of.
Yeah,
Go
Makayla
ahead.
seems fine.
Okay.
New clothes, of course, but she seems fine. Just looks like she's collecting herself.
I'm fine, Pastiche. Just
Certain.
No. To be honest, no, I'm not certain.
Well, I believe you're safe for now, but Twig and Chuman, they have been down there for quite a while. If you have your wits about you, you may join me, but I'm going to return below to check on them.
Here's kind of out of character. Where would I be able to try and do, I guess,
What do you want to do?
based off of my a retroactive insight check on Bofaga? Obviously I, the player, know he's up to no good, but I'm still kind of not certain how Makayla is able to think about that exchange. Because I don't know, I was magically charmed or anything, right? So
yeah, you can recall back to the events that happened to try to piece them together and see what happened and think about what it was. It's actually a history check.
Sure.
14.
Okay.
So
I'm just sort of am I able to see he was being more than just kind of I guess. Like, not just like there's something more sinister, is I guess what I'm trying to. Am I able to actually sense that?
No.
Okay. I think I need time to think, Pastiche. I think I might try and go find Zoaz.
I understand. Do take care of yourself.
Kayla kind of silently nods and would start to head out.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, were we about to say something?
Head back downstairs.
Say it again, please, Pastiche.
Pastiche is going to head back downstairs.
Okay. Xalia, roll me another d10, please. And a wisdom save.
D10. Wisdom save. Perfect.
You go into the painting again.
Xalia has become wholly convinced this is Mario 64.
Let's see.
What star are you going for?
I'll say the effect actually wears off at around this time. Like spending like a couple minutes just kind of like involuntarily. It's like you and your mind are befuddled like at what's going on. Just overall because you are running into this wall, into this painting, backing up a bit, and then doing it again for probably like over the course of a minute. And then when you collect your senses, it is truly baffling on why you chose to do that. That doesn't make sense. Something happened. What's going on? Where am I?
Can she arcana that to see if she recognizes the effect?
Yeah. You can try to think about what sort of magic that might have been, if that was a magical effect or not. A 13 for Xalia. Yeah. Xalia, you take a moment to collect yourself and think about what's going on. And you get the sense that there is something in that room that befuddles people that are not supposed to be there. Truly a befuddling effect.
Right.
As after you came out of you were confused. With a foggy mind.
She's gonna go back and like see if she can look around for just think if there's anything we could have done it. Try to find it.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. Yes, we did hear it. She's decided she's not gonna listen to the big scary voice.
Okay. Alright. You look around. There's several objects in this room. Chairs, inkwell. There's a weird bust of a lady. It's weird, like it seems kind of out of place. There's a fireplace. Sorry, a place of fire. There's many papers. There's a desk. There's several things in here. Not able to truly discern where it could have come from. Several papers, books, even.
She's gonna like tentatively go back to the paper pile, but she's gonna be on her guard for the flash again. Try to like be aware of where it comes from.
Okay, checking out the paper pile.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Let's see here. Where's my paper pile? Okay. So you get down and you check out the pile of papers. And you touch one of the papers and it seems like nothing happens. Interesting. And you pick up the paper. Just let's roll a fun roll. No way. Okay. It's actually one of the papers that was purloined to you, or purloined from you by one of the rabbits. Genuinely, it's got details about magical theory, that kind of thing, enchantments and weapons. It's a little nibbled. It's got some holes punctured in it.
All right. Yep, she's gonna just immediately put that in her bag and keep like digging around with the rest of them.
Make an investigation check, please. Another one for paper hunting. 11. Okay. You find several other papers, but unfortunately, most of the rest of these papers, like every page that you seem to pick up, it appears to be just part of a book that is trying to explain how important it is to be on guard, like how, alert, different ways to set up watch, patrol maneuvers, that kind of thing. It just most of this stack, and it's a sizable stack, seems to be going on and on about this. Unfortunately, the 2 remaining papers that you know to have been taken from you are not here.
Then she's going to disappointedly leave.
Oh. Okay. Alright, as you head down the stairs, you can probably feel the house shake a little bit on its foundations. Let's see. And we're going to... We're going to say Zoaz is here. You find Makayla. And... very conveniently, Xalia, Makayla, and Zoaz. Sorry, Xalia's in the main room, and Zoaz and Makayla are now in the kind of like front room. And that's where you guys are. And I'm going to move to the cellars.
Okay.
In the cellars, there's some excitement going on.
No.
Pastiche is here. Greetings, Pastiche. You move back down to the cellars, and you see the dimly lit candlelight. Your companions are nowhere to be seen. But you can see, or you can hear voices on the other side.
Pastiche is going to try to sneak towards the voices.
Okay, we're gonna sneak towards the voices. Roll me a stealth check, please. Roll me a sneak check. They're rising in volume. At first, it's difficult to figure out what's going on, but okay. Natural one,
Beautiful.
nice. Okay, as you maneuver over. Well, you can put yourself anywhere you like, actually.
Sure.
As you maneuver over.
Pastiche is still a little distraught at the whole situation.
Yeah.
Not particularly stealthy, but they're doing their best.
Twig and Chuman. The situation is escalating as much as Bufaga's voice is, and he seems to be a little put out. He's moving towards Twig. No, you so close. No, I'm sure you can do it. Why would you not take the better ground, the moral ground?
Twig sort of scoffs and like motions to the monster and to Bufuga. This is the moral ground. Me and my friends can savanna ourselves. Twig will continue trying to back away.
No, you don't understand. I am trying to. He kind of like grips his head in frustration as you are permitted to walk out.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of bump into Chuman.
Yeah, he'll like bump into Chuman.
No, you only bump into Chuman if he lets you.
You could see him just holding the arrow, holding the bow and the arrow just right at Bufuga.
Twig will like. Sorry, go ahead.
Chuman just gives you a silent nod.
Twig's gonna like wave towards the staircase and start quickly walking away.
Chuman,
Well, like
you're in the
like
door,
running.
right? Are you in the door or?
No, I'm like just outside the door.
Okay. Yeah, you can see this dude. He's stomping around, kicking candles. He's looking around. No, so close. I don't have time. I can't find another one. No.
Actually, he'd probably see that. Chuman is gonna take a step over to the side, like actually a couple steps, and he's going to use
Dude looks like he's having a breakdown.
Cordon of Arrows,
Okay.
and we'll.
Tell me what this looks like.
So Chuman is following, walking backwards after Twig, and initially was about to put his bow back up, but as soon as he hears, I can't find another one. Chuman just has a frown, pulls out 4 arrows, and in a quick circle just plants them, fused in with magical. Oh, that didn't work. Oops. You just place them in a magical spot right next to Twig.
Okay. Let's see here. Whenever a creature other than you comes within 30 feet, you can specify. Yeah, okay. You can designate any creatures for the spell to ignore. Who does it ignore?
Can I designate it at a later turn, or is it?
Yeah,
do I have to?
When you do the cordon.
Okay. It will be Bufuga.
That's who it ignores.
Who it ignores.
Oh, who it ignores? It'll be Twig and Pastiche.
Okay. Let's see. So you take out, you infuse your arrows with this magic, and let's see here. Whenever a creature other than you comes within 30 feet of the ammunition for the first time on the turn, or ends its turn there when it's ammunition flies up to strike it. That's cool.
And after tossing those down, Chuman then starts running back over and says to Twig, "We need to hurry." As well as seeing Pastiche.
Yeah, Pastiche, you can see Twig in the dim light, but you can't see Chuman. You can hear him.
Yeah.
Twig's gonna be hurriedly motioning towards the stairs.
Are you motioning
Twig
to
approaches.
Pastiche?
Pastiche is gonna call out. Twig, are you alright? Where's Bufuga? And Chuman?
You just have a hand on your shoulder.
Pastiche is going to jump. Turn around. Chuman, hello. What happened to Bufuga?
can talk about that later. We should be leaving here as soon as possible.
Well, if you say so. I believe Makayla went to find Zoaz. Xalia is still roaming around somewhere upstairs.
Chuman has like a moment of shock, hearing that she is still inside, and then looks to Pastiche. Well then, we have even less time to get out of here. We must find her quickly.
Smash cut. To Makayla.
Xalia's.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
sorry.
smash cut to Zoa. Sorry. Sound. Smash cut to Xalia.
I was envisioning her. This is at the time where she's still walking into a painting.
Yeah. At this moment, Xalia's maneuvered herself into a painting several times. Let's see, and then we'll say Makayla and Zoaz in this timey-wimey ball. Zoaz, you've returned. Do you have a bike?
I imagine that Zoaz sort of Akira drifted the bike, but then, you know, he did not gracefully
insane.
dismount.
So yeah, sure.
He did not gracefully dismount, he just like let it go and sort of slide, and then ran inside and spots Makayla. Makayla, are you alright?
What are you... You returned? What? Why?
I talked to someone and realized that things here may not have been as cut and dry as they seemed. Zoaz is sort of stammering. Where are the rest? Where are the others?
Still down in the cellar.
Zoaz's eyes narrow.
Oh.
What do you know?
That someone has been delivering people here, and that the cellar smells bad and is somewhere that I should stay out of, which obviously means that it's something I need to poke my nose into. I assume that you all went down there?
I think at this point Makayla would get like much more, like significantly more focused. This is kind of like snapped awake, like out of her kind of despondent trance, and would turn towards like the inner foyer area and sort of say, "Yes, this. If you think that it... Yes, we all went down there. Talked to Bufaga. And... he has a presence about him. It's hard to explain.
Zoaz is going to narrow
he
his
asked us
eyes.
to murder someone.
Zoaz's eyes, rather than narrowing, go wide.
In exchange for things.
That is perhaps a little more extreme than I was expecting, but no matter. We need to get out of here and grab the rest and get out of here.
Makayla nods.
And Zoaz is going to brush past her and play the hokey pokey as we do the both go left, both go right, and will silently thank Xalia for breaking down the door before making his way into the foyer.
And there's Xalia. As soon as you think her in your mind, there she is.
Xalia.
She's gonna like she was going this way. She's gonna like her head's gonna snap towards you, literally.
I believe that we are, all of us, in great danger here. We need to get out. Have you seen the others?
She's gonna shake her head and vaguely point in this direction, like towards the staircase.
Zoaz nods and begins running towards the staircase.
Okay. Speaking of the staircase leads to the cellars, and then the cellars is where the fun is going on. So, as you three are preparing, like Chuman's getting the cordon going, and Twig and Pastiche are exiting, making their way. There is, you can hear some movement from that southeast kind of like cellar extra secret way, and you can everyone in the home hears like this shrill sorry, I got distracted. Like he's muttering to himself, and everyone can hear this shrill, "Kenku, you died!" And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Hey, not bad. Okay, chill. Sorry.
Yes, bad.
Dang.
Ah! Okay, Zoaz is not as cool as I thought. Oh my god.
Jesus. Okay.
Sorry I spoke up.
Let's see here. We'll say Zoaz, Xalia, and Makayla. Well, I guess if Xalia is choosing to follow Zoaz.
He is not.
All right.
Oh, cool. Thank you, Xalia.
Zoaz and Makayla, you will arrive on round 2. It'll take you a couple seconds to get over here. And by the way, yeah, let's go ahead and start combat. Let's see here. So Twig, as this shrill voice kind of echoes throughout the chamber and like goes up through the floorboards, letting your allies hear it upstairs. You can hear some like shuffling on the floorboards above, and you can sense that something's happening. What would you like to do?
Nice transition on the music.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Twig gonna make a silent image. Around like this side of the boxes. He's gonna create an image of himself, like poorly trying to hide behind the barrels, but still slightly visible.
Okay.
The actual Twig is going to actually hide behind these barrels.
Okay, make me a stealth check. Okay, so bonus action because you're a rogue. Alright, cool, a 21! Alright. Noted.
And that'll be it for Twig.
Okay. Makayla, running. The very large frog man, lizard man, kind of staggers out. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And he walks into the cordon arrows.
Yeah, he sure does. What's the save on that?
Let me just put it up there.
It's a dexterity save.
EC dexterity.
Okay.
13.
Kind of like staggers out of the doorway. This that he previously rose. Sees sees in the dim light the metal tip of an arrow kind of like glint off of the candlelight and hurl towards him, and he tries to, he lurches out of the way with an eerie speed. Does he take damage even if he? No, he does not. Okay.
No.
With an eerie speed, and it's when he comes in. Okay. Lurches out and then looks around and is going to kind of huff and puff and throw open a barrel. Just this barrel is wrapped in this pinkish red mist, and we're going to open a barrel. And the barrel that gets opened is this one. And flying, like coming out of the barrel is a wanderer that kind of just shambles out and joins the fight.
Cool.
Dang, high initiators.
Yeah. And you'll hear him say, "Go, get them." Chuman. I think he takes another arrow because he ended his turn there. So dexterity save. Natural 20.
Kind of gaming.
Would it be me and Zoaz?
Oh,
As Zoaz is not here yet.
Zoaz is not here yet, but so it's just Chuman at the moment.
Okay. I'm sorry, I was reloading. Do I see Twig? And do I see, where is
Twig
the
is
after
right next
image
to you.
placed?
Twig,
The purple square.
Yeah, Twig is
Okay.
directly next to you to the north. The purple's the silent image is on the other side of the barrel formation that you're currently on.
Okay.
He just ripped open a barrel, and like there's a wander that kind of spills out, and it gets to its feet and just at you guys. What would you like to do, Chuman? As the wander's like, and you got a bullfrog breaking down.
I think Chuman is actually going to move further back.
Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. I didn't even check how long. Far.
You're actually exactly correct. That is the furthest you can move.
Gonna go about here.
Okay.
And
Light.
from my angle, can I even see this, or is the barrels blocking him?
You can probably barely get it. It'll be a very difficult shot though.
He's gonna try anyway.
Okay. Take out your longbow. Knock an arrow. Roll. Make an attack roll again. You're invisible. You have advantage on this. Yeah, 25 hits. Yikes.
And oh yeah, that's right. I get to attack twice and try to ambush. Yeah, he's gonna keep just trying to take it out, since he saw it. This would be normal, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
You are now kind of, even though you're still invisible, you're kind of revealed. It's like where the attacks are coming from. You're no longer.
Right.
A 9 does not hit.
Okay, and the last one.
23 hits.
I think
Owies.
my brain is making me forget here.
On your Dread
This
Ambush, you do
is-
an extra d8.
Yep. And that's it for Chuman.
You hit twice with your longbow, didn't you?
Yeah, I hit twice, but Drain Ambush is already applied. I
But
fired
you
3 times.
only rolled 1 damage roll for your longbow.
Dread Ambush is an extra attack.
Oh, whoops! I'm sorry. I didn't realize I did that.
Dread Ambush
No.
is not an extra d8 per attack. It's an extra attack that gets an extra d8 on.
Yeah, the thing I'm...
No, I hit twice and
Yeah.
missed once. So I only get three attacks on the first turn.
Yep.
And then Dread Ambush is the extra one that's applied. So the 6 and the 8 is the third attack from Dread Ambush.
Okay, you're good.
Okay.
Which brings us to this loser's turn. He's getting up. Go ahead, Pastiche.
There's nothing weird about like these lights over here, right? It's just candlelight.
Just candlelight,
Okay.
apparently.
Apparently. Pastiche is going to swing their brush and unleash a cloud of ink that flies towards one of these candles. And it douses it.
Okay. Which one are we dousing?
This one right here.
Okie dokie. Zoop.
And we're gonna go ahead and use the smoke effect on that.
Ooh. I like it. Let's see here. Let's make... Oops, no, not that one. So, smoke. What does smoke do?
It just spreads smoke in a 20-foot radius. It's heavily obscured.
Radical.
Cool.
As you wrap the flame of the candle and then just snuff it in a single motion, the smoke rises and curls around and kind of expands in a sphere. And that entire kind of cellar area is now obscured by this thick, opaque smoke.
Pastiche is going to pause for a second just to make sure the smoke has started spreading, and then retreat towards the stairs.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Alright, let's see. Xalia, what are you doing upstairs?
She's trying out more doors on the east side.
Okay. There is an east
As you
side
do.
door that is that is very confusing. It's an open door, but seeing into it is difficult because you can't. There is all just inky, swirling darkness that you can't see into. There is a door to the south that is closed.
Well, she's gonna going into the east door.
You're going into the east door, you said?
Uh-huh.
Okay. You go in there, and then suddenly everything is muffled. You can't, but you can see, actually. Just as you traverse the... Yeah, let me pull you to that scene. As you traverse the kind of barrier that's been set up, there's like a period of muffling, and you can't hear the footsteps of your companions anymore. And you can't see outside of this room. But in the room, you can see, as I get rid of all the... There you go. In this room, there is actually quite a bit. There's a piano, there's a light source that I forgot to produce because it was being absorbed. There we go. Now you can see, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is actually a large room. It looks like this is where most of the studying and time spent and time is spent. There's a piano, there's a little game board set, there's a large desk with these huge like leather backing. There's even a bit of tea made. There's quite a bit. Plants adorn the room. Quite a bit.
Great. She's gonna look around for her papers.
Okay, make an investigation check.
I refresh. Need to bring up my sheet 1 second.
A 12. All right. Look around for the papers. There aren't any loose papers. Several books. There's the desk. Like, are you just doing a general once-over on the room, or are you looking at anything specific?
She probably would focus on the desk, like open up cupboards and whatnot if she can.
Okay. As you look for the knowledge that was taken from you, how dare those criminals? You're just opening drawers. You can actually see something in one of the drawers. It's very interesting. It looks to be a sealed envelope. It has a wax seal on it. It is the wax seal is of a dragonfly. As you kind of like take it out, like what comes with it is also just like a little sealing ring.
I think she's just gonna take it because she vaguely remembers the dragonfly symbol.
Okay, yoink. Go ahead and write that down in your inventory.
Cool.
That's what you find in these few seconds.
Yep, that's her turn.
All right, which brings us back to the basement. So get a load of this. In the basement, there's some cool stuff.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You know, like frogs, lizard men, snake men.
Those are some cool things.
In addition to cool stuff is what was previously described as a puppy. As you all are making haste to get out of the cellar, you hear like a thunderous sound, and not entirely sure of where it could be coming from. Suddenly, all is revealed as from the barrel structure that you all are next to comes bursting and plowing open as barrels are sent everywhere. I need you all to make an a dexterity save throw.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Twig gaming.
All right, Chuman, you are sent into Pastiche. You both are sent 5 feet north. Chuman's no longer visible because now he's got that pesky candle right there. Chuman, you are prone. Pastiche, you are prone because Chuman ran into you. And the barrels break open, blast everywhere, shrapnel going, like the metal bands holding them are snapped, and there is another wanderer that is prone.
Cool.
And in addition, there is now you can see now a gaping hole in the wall where a lifted door is now, and out comes from that secret door is the outta. Comes barreling through, literally barrels, and looks and the eye stalk looks around, just looking for anyone, and then lurches towards Chuman, who is now visible by the candle. Very unfortunate. It is going to try to tentacleize you. Because you're prone, it's at advantage.
22 just barely hits.
Alright. Let's see. So you take a total of 5 damage. And the tentacle wraps around you, and you are grappled and restrained as you are grabbed and like semi-lifted by this very nasty smelling tentacle. Is then going to try to bite you. With advantage, because you're restrained. Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
Okay. Need a Constitution saving throw from you, please.
Ow.
Okay.
Hmm.
You are poisoned.
Okay.
13 piercing damage as this beast is brings you towards its gaping, like, toothy maw out of these huge, curving outward teeth, and chomps at you. It just takes this massive bite out of your torso, and that part of your torso is now in its mouth and no longer attached to you.
Oh my god.
It's pretty brutal. That did a lot of damage. And also it's going to hit Pastiche. So 18 hit.
Yeah.
Okay. 12 damage.
All right.
Wait. Yeah, 12 damage to you, and you are also restrained by the tentacle.
Can we talk?
That is definitely an action you can take. Alright, Twig, from your vantage point, hidden behind the barrels, on this side of the barrels, what bursts out from a secret door from a previously unknown door is this massive outta that Bufaga introduced you to. It quickly grabs up your companions and just takes a huge chomp out of one of them. And as Chuman yelps in quite horrifying pain, you see this going on as it lifts both of your companions in the air. What would you like to do, Twig?
What would you like to do?
Twig is gonna trample over this wanderer and sink his scimitar into the monster.
Good.
Would this be at advantage, or does restrained prevent that?
Why would you have advantage?
From flanking.
That's
But I'm not sure if it counts. Given the situation.
No, you can have advantage. Chuman is not incapacitated, and he is your ally, and he is capable of combat. Yeah, you're flanking him.
He's just holding my partially torn torso.
22 hits.
Alright.
And
Okay.
Twig is putting everything he has into this dagger attack.
17 also hits.
Alright.
Wait.
Are you max rolling everything?
I need to.
like this is a pivotal moment in your career or something. Okay. What's the total? Is that 10 plus 4 plus 7?
Yes.
21. Ouch! Tell me what it looks like and what you do or say or how cool you are. You did a lot of damage. You're into it.
Twig jumps off the barrels and using the fallen wanderer as a springboard, just jumps off of him and slashes down with the scimitar, and then follows it up with a stab from the dagger.
Okay.
As he yells, "Let go of my friends!"
Excellent. Makayla, bad news.
Mm-hmm.
As you come down here with Zoaz, and the scene before you is unfortunate, to say the least. You can see this massive yellow bulbous creature gripping Pastiche and Chuman slightly in the air, just with these writhing tentacles. It takes a bite out of Chuman as you get down here, and you can see Twig use this wonder as a springboard to slam both of his blades into the creature. What would you like to do?
What kind of foul beast? Can I jump, like, the banister?
Yeah, that's cool.
How high up is that?
It's not that. It's like 5 feet.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Bless up, of course. And then, Makayla, like, jumps the banister, and then, yeah, run over here, I guess. Actually, wait. If they're prone, can I stand, like, over them?
Sure.
Okay. Kind of, like, runs up above, like, Chuman as it's, like, trying to... Chuman and Pastiche is just, like, tentacling, grasping them. And she does this, like, a full baseball swing. With Untitled.
Okay.
Finished. Onto this thing.
A 19 hits.
Okay. Ooh,
Ouch.
10 damage. And can I get a DC 15 strength saving throw from this thing?
Absolutely. Strength save.
Hey,
A 9.
a 9. That's gonna move it 15 feet back into this hole. Yes.
Okay.
Does not technically move
I
us,
can't
dude.
ping it. No, it doesn't. Because grappled is removed if the target is moved out of the range.
You cannot end your turn on top of a turn.
Yeah, that's got it. And as she'll, like, follow through with it, and stand in front,
Okay.
like warding off.
Very nice.
We have to get out of here. She'll sort of yell back to everyone else.
Yeah. As Makayla batters the beast back into its bowl. It is done so with such surprising force that the tentacles unravel themselves from you, and you guys are plopped back on the ground. Which brings us to Fuka. 1, 2, 4. Seem kind of like 5, 6. Stumble and like cough through the smoke. Blah, 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 blah. Kind of like poke his head through, and his tattoos are this raging red color, genuinely glowing with whatever arcane might lie within them. He sees Twig carving up Outta, and extends a hand out and sources some red glop around it, and over the mountain of meat that the barrels have now cascaded around everywhere. This magic circles around. Bufka yells out, maybe if you are me for a moment, then you'll understand. You just need some like-minded thinking. And I need you to make a wisdom save. Alright, you are now a frog.
Does a 2 still save?
Does a 2
A
save?
2 does not save.
I don't think 2s prevent frogs.
Okay, there is a slurp and like a as this vortex of suction like collapses Twig and then re-expands him, and then there is now a bullfrog where Twig once was.
Frog.
Me.
It's frog.
Go ahead, Chuman. Chuman and Zoaz. Zoaz, you just arrive on the platform. You look around, you can see the scene. You see just in time your Twig turn into a frog, and your friends like kind of collapse on the ground as this massive tentacle, like there's this tentacle mass in the south side where barrels have been blasted apart. What would you like?
By the way,
what would you
he needs to roll a dexterity.
That's true. Thank you. Dexterity save. It's DC 13?
Yes.
Ouch! Hit me.
6. So 1d6.
Okay.
So, as Zoaz comes upon the scene, he whips around the corner of the stairwell and spots the scene, his friends lying on the ground, battered, bloodied. He witnesses Twig get turned into a small frog, and Zoaz is filled with absolute rage, and he roars, "Bufaga! What have you done to my wards?" And he jumps over the stairs, and standing here, he plants his staff and beseeches Thelene to aid him in his time of need, as he casts Aura of Vitality, which will be a big circle around him, and then 30-foot aura around him, and then also to go with it. Well, actually, okay, that'll be next turn. Zoaz will use his bonus action to heal Chuman.
Okay.
Dang.
Pretty good roll.
Pretty good. Chuman, the warm aura of Selene washes over you. Your side doesn't hurt so bad. Oops, that was damage. Hang on.
Okay, yeah, it's not that bad.
Wait.
Does that bring up the full? I don't think it does. We did 13 damage to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it does.
54?
Yeah, 54 should be there. Chuman, looking completely out of it, just says it under his breath. Thank you, Zoaz.
Zoaz does not respond. His eyes are, if the phrase "fire in his eyes" is a good term for it. Just absolutely livid.
Then Chuman is going to slowly get up. Half's my movement speed, correct?
Yep. So you're at you have 15 feet of movement left.
Okay. And he's going to weakly say, save your rage for later. We cannot fight this battle here. Chuman's going to weakly move out of the candle's light, but firing 2 arrows before, as he goes back into the dark, to this guy.
Okay. It is a normal roll.
By being prone?
Because he's prone,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
25 still hits.
And I'll roll the other one.
Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, 23 hits too.
Alright.
muster up the strength to knock 2 arrows and send some expert shots at the Wanderer, kind of like jiggling on the ground as it's trying to bring itself up.
And for the most part, you can kind of just see Chuman just using his bow to kind of help him stand up, and that's it for him.
Okay. I forgot to roll that one's initiative when we first appeared, so we'll come back to it. This one is going to look around in the smoke, not know what's going on. You hear some like shrieking. Some like claw scratches on the sandstone, followed by more screeching. That's what they sound like. Which brings us to Pastiche.
And dexterity save for him.
Oh, that's right.
This would be your last one, right? It only procs 4
I
times.
believe so. Yep.
14.
Darn.
This arrow like walks Boofagun on the side of the head. Another one just kind of like skitters after.
It skirts right around the barrel after him, but unfortunately hits the wall instead.
Not too good at drifting these arrows. Pastiche, what would you like to do?
Pastiche is going to stumble to their feet and then slink over this desk, reach down, grab this frog, tap their brush against the table, point skyward, and vanish.
That's cool.
We're gonna drag this frog way back here.
Ribbit.
Okay.
It's my bad frog impression.
Whoa.
Impressive.
Alright. Let's see here. The Wanderer needs to make a Constitution save throw too, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. A cacophonous "oh" rings throughout the abode. Let's see here. I need you to do damage to Makayla.
The husk also takes damage, just half.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, now I roll
My
high.
goodness.
No, I got this. Don't worry.
Boom! It rocks everywhere. Oh yeah, you get the frog with you. Is that 30 feet? Is it 35 feet? Or is it just a place?
It
you
has a
can see?
90-foot range.
Oh yeah, it's just a place you can see. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, yeah. Boom! And then with a earth-shattering kaboom, Pastiche is over there, along with the frog. Frog Twig. One more creature? Yeah, okay. Let's see here. So that's cool. Very cool. Xalia, while you are here in this room, you actually do not, like upstairs, you actually don't hear what just transpired. So you are none the wiser.
Makes sense. And she is still going to be looking around for her papers.
Cool, give me an investigation check. Love it.
What she's here for?
I mean, yeah.
A 17. Okay. Yeah. where are we looking? Or how are we looking?
I guess the desk turned out to be a like, did you search the entire desk?
We'll say you searched like most of it within like those seconds.
I guess a couple seconds probably enough, so she's probably gonna stick with the desk because she didn't get all of it. There's other places you can think of to look.
Okay.
And that's where papers are likely to be, right?
Yeah, makes sense. And with a 17, yeah, you are rewarded with many more papers. You... Are you serious? Against all odds. You do find the remaining 2 papers of what you were looking for. They've got rabbit nibbles on them. There's like one piece has like one page has this piece of the corner just torn off, and one of them kind of like the entire line where it would dip into the spine and be bound. Like it has a like a jagged line all the way down of where the rabbit like nibbled a bit.
She scowls at it, but shoves them in her bag, and then just turns around and leaves.
Alright. Let's see. Is there anything else that you locate in that room? Let me see. With a 17? With a 17? Find a sack. It's cinched.
What's in it?
Yeah, you just very quickly just rip it open. There's 10 gold alongside some charcoal.
Cool. Mine now.
Criminal.
Yeah?
One crime begets another. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then she's just gonna walk out the door.
Alright. You also find a can of orange paint.
You didn't take that.
It's genuinely there, though. It's not a joke.
Okay.
Like, it's a joke, but it's not a joke.
She's gonna spill it on the desk.
Wow.
Like all over the paper that's there. She's angry now.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Alright.
Above board, is there something in the house suppressing the sound, or is the implication that Xalia is more than 300 feet away?
The former.
The form, yeah,
Okay.
like he may remember when I went in here, he made a point of how everything got dampened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which brings us to the Odiog's turn. The Odiog is going to rush Makayla because why not? She's right there looking imposing. How about you? Tentacle. Hiya! Let's see. Candles are 5 feet of dim, right? I'm just making sure. D&D candle. 5 foot, 5. Okay, you're in dim light. This is a disadvantage. Okay. And then it will use its other tentacle. It has 2. 18.
Okay, that hits.
Okay. Think. I'm sorry.
Wow.
17 damage.
Cool.
And you are grappled and restrained.
And incapacitated.
Oh no!
Oh.
Where? That doesn't matter. Let's see. Where was I? Okay, so the Odia brushes, like, careens, you know, battering barrels aside, and goes to whip its tentacles at Makayla, who standeth firm against the great beast. She bats away the first tentacle that comes at her a bunch. It was all a distraction. And then comes the next one. It wraps around her, like swats at her, and it kind of like knocks her sideways across the jaw, and then just wraps around and grabs her by the waist, and she kind of like goes limp in the creature's the creature's grasp, and the creature now secured a delicious morsel will bite Makayla, and that's 2 saving throws.
Isn't that automatic 2 failed?
It's automatic 2 because it's a critical hit.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, wait. I thought it's... Yeah. 2 failed.
And as it takes another step, it's whipping another tentacle, looking for next prey. Twig the frog, what would you like to do?
Spellbook looking like. What special attacks do I have?
Let's see. Okay,
What?
as a frog, you have the feature amphibious. You can breathe air and water.
Whoa, okay.
You have standing leap. The frog's long jump is up to 10 feet, and its high jump is up to 5 feet with or without a running start.
I'm seeing potential here.
Impressive.
You do not have any attacks.
Okay.
You are a frog.
That last one is kind of broken. We're gonna need to revisit that after this session.
So I can't. The frog doesn't have like lay on hands or something like that.
Regrettably,
Use
no.
Okay.
Your movement is 20 feet. You have a swim speed of 20 feet.
Oh.
Okay.
Your armor class is 11. Looking over yourself, you appear to be a bullfrog.
I think I'm going to like bite Pastiche to get their attention and like look intently at Makayla.
There's this odd gumming sensation on your It's kind of sticky as the frog tongue kind of curls around.
A loud croak.
Croak, croak. Let's see. Actually,
Do not worry, friend. We will not leave her behind.
Twig, you have an intelligence of 1, a wisdom of 8, and a charisma of 3. Those replace your statistics. You generally have a 1 intelligence right now, but you retain your alignment and personality.
Twig croaks once more. That is my turn.
Okay, Makayla.
Well, here we go.
Just need 1.
Tell me a.
Oh, thank
God.
Alright.
It like warbled around and wobbled towards the one.
I saw the one. Yeah.
Oh.
Alright. A 13.
I mean, just anything below 10 and I'm dead there.
Yeah.
A 13 is a success.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Makayla. What is unconscious Makayla? What kind of like thoughts are going through her mind? Is there a flashback that is appropriate?
Fuck.
If not, that's fine.
I can't think of something right now, sorry. I didn't get water.
Which brings us to Bufuga's
Heart
turn.
was pumping a little bit.
He is going to kind of like stumble forward a little bit more, and kind of like lurch forward and cough. Where? Okay. You there? Unhand him! And 3 blood-red kind of missiles curl around the Odia, just weaving through the tentacles, and all plow into Pastiche.
Oh.
He casts magic missile. These, like his tattoos light up, and it just pew 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 sends a burst fire at you.
Alright.
Alright. Come on. Oh.
Total of 9.
We'll take that.
Yeah, it could be worse.
Kind of like puts a hand to his head.
Twig croaks in a panic.
Pastiche stumbles but does not waver.
Yeah. Seems to be looking around. I must. Which brings us to Chuman.
Quick question. If I attack the tentacle that's holding Makayla, and I successfully cut it, does that unrestrain her?
It looks like a thick tentacle. Looks like an elephant trunk.
Okay.
Cutting it may not be realistic.
Okay.
But I will
Yep.
not stop you if that is what you want to do.
No, I'm just trying to weigh my options.
Okay.
So in terms of breaking a grapple, you just have to do the contest, right?
Yeah.
If I'm breaking Makayla out.
If you were a victim of the grapple, yeah, you would contest it, and then you would roll acrobatics or athletics. If your intent is to like take Makayla away from the beast, then you could grab Makayla and then you can just start dragging her backwards. Dragging is half your speed. Sorry, not half your speed. Dragging is double movement.
Double movement. Okay.
So if you went to grab Makayla and then dragged, it would be you would only have heckin' one space of movement afterwards, right? Because it's from where you are 15, and then it would take another 10, so it'd be 25, and then you couldn't drag her any further.
Well, I have Zephyr Strike, so I'm probably using it. I'm just thinking.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, Chuman's gonna run up and it's gonna grab and drag Makayla back. After... Where's my move? Sorry, forgot it.
Okay.
There we go.
Grab her. Okay.
And Chuman's just going to drag her back to near the stairs.
Okay. Yeah, because grapple is a special attack. Yeah, sure, that works. You get a boost of movement. That's cool. Yoink. Quick as anything. There's Chuman just in a burst of invisible speed. You can only see like the dust from the cellar as he lurches forward and manages to take away Makayla out of the beast's scrap. Is so startling that the beast cannot do anything like that. It can't prevent you from doing it.
Okay. I don't think I have anything else.
However, you do provoke an opportunity attack
Okay.
because tentacles have a reach of 10 feet. No, it's a disadvantage. So it can't see you. A natural one.
I'm confident, man.
Very
It's
nice.
perfect in the
Got me.
side of the screen.
Got me the first time, not the second.
Very nice. Excellently done, Chuman. As you rush forward and grab Makayla out from the grasp, it uses this other tentacle to kind of like whip and slap the area where it thinks you are, but it can't see you. And there's this difficult thing where it picks the wrong location, and you were not there, Chuman.
Fortunately.
Can't see him.
Slams a broken barrel,
Yeah,
trying to
Splinter's
hit me
going.
instead. I think that's all that I have because I use my action and bonus. Because I can't like do anything with Makayla at the moment, right?
Yeah, you have extra attack. You can make another attack, but you are currently equipped with Makayla.
Right. I can't use the spell because that would be a different.
You already used a spell, that's right. You can use a cantrip if you want to cast a spell. But...
Well, I mean an action spell.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. Because you use the attack action to do the grapple. Correct.
Right. Okay. Then I have nothing else.
Okay.
That is it.
This brings us to this loser on the ground. He's gonna pick himself up and get nowhere. There is now an illuminated zombie by candlelight, which is terrifying in its own right. Zoaz, this wanderer, and also this massive, bulbous, foul-smelling creature are both headed your direction.
Zoaz is going to, as Chuman, like the dust clears and Chuman returns to his original position, Zoaz directs the Aura of Vitality, the Blessing of Selene, to mend the wounds in his ally, Makayla.
Okay. Very nice. There's a sharp inhale.
Not checking to see if she's okay, focused entirely on what's in front of him. Zoaz releases the staff that he had previously slammed on the ground, and it stands upright as he spreads his arms wide. The ribbons of fabric start flapping in what would be the wind, or what you would assume is the wind if you were outside, but it's clearly just the absolute arcane power, not arcane, but the magical power emanating from him as a ocean of stars erupt from him and covers a 30-foot radius around him. Zoaz booms once more. You will not harm those under my care. And looking back at the rest says, go, we must leave, we cannot fight here. And is going to step in front of the rest of the group.
Radical. Clank, 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 clank. It's like a wind chime.
Yeah, jingle jangle.
to Zoaz. Okay. There's some screeching as the Wanderer, finding no purchase in Twig hiding behind the barrels, goes and searches for the real Twig. Pastiche. You can see some tentacles flailing around. You hear Zoaz slam down his staff. You've got a frog in your hands.
Yeah,
Wait.
sure, why not?
Is Mitch down here?
Mitch is down here. Been on Pastiche's shoulder for quite a while.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we should have eventually initiative.
Mitch is just taking a nap.
It's canon now, he's asleep.
Aw.
You said it, so it's real.
Impressive.
I gotta reiterate, this song is so good.
It's
really
really
good.
fantastic.
I can like barely make out the outta from here, right? Like it's within the light.
Yes. It
Okay.
is. You can barely make it out. It's in the dim light.
Okay. Pastiche is gonna swing their brush around a bit, fling some paint in its direction.
Radical. Let's see. Dexterity save. Let's see how dexterous it is. Roll a
Not
5.
especially.
Not dexterous enough.
Yeah, alright. As you fling this acid, this acidic paint onto it, just kind of like burns, it screeches, and it starts like batting itself with the tentacles, trying to like scrub it off with more muck. It seems to be a little more effective than you were initially expecting.
Ooh, okay. After that, Pastiche is going to give Makayla a quick look, see how she's doing.
He's breathing.
Yeah, it
And
says she's just breathing currently. She hasn't
Okay.
woken up quite yet.
And then Pastiche is going to retreat up the stairs.
You notice, Pastiche, it looks like a, not only did your acid harm the creature a little bit more, it also seems to be, it's got some wear and tear on it. And the light of Selene caresses you.
Oh, you know what? Let's have the acid hit that guy too. I forgot. It can just hit 2 targets if they're going to right next to each other.
Yeah, cool. Yikes. Blammo, he's dead.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Cool. Alright.
Okay. Which brings us to Makayla. Sorry, not Makayla. Which brings us to Xalia.
I'm gonna make a wisdom save.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh god, no, she's just leaving. Bye.
Alright.
Honestly, that's probably for the best.
Better option than most.
Alright, goodbye, Xalia.
The wisdom save would be like, oh, do I remember that there are other people here that might be in trouble? Nope, she's done. She got what she wanted.
Good.
Okay. Which brings us to Odiek's turn. There's a lot of commotion going on in front of it. It's gonna slap it. As we slap the commotion. Let's see. You're in
Dim light.
dim light. Disadvantage. 14.
Whiffs.
Here comes another one. Look out!
Easy. Watch this. Built different.
Nice.
Whiffs.
Built different.
There is a bite coming at you. Look out!
Now this is easy. Watch this.
15.
That whiffs.
Okay.
Oof, that's cool.
Zoaz, as you stand firm, confident in the might of Selene, nothing hits you. There's this gentle breeze about you, and for some reason, all of the attacks fall by the wayside. There's a smack in the sandstone, there's a bite, but it's just inches too short. It nicks like a scale on your nose.
Zoaz stood. He did not dodge. He stood completely still, staring death in the face. This was not by his own skill. This was by Selene's grace.
Mitch is asleep.
That's Mitch is asleep. Twig is a frog.
Twig is a frog. Twig, you are currently being carried by Pastiche. What would you like to do?
As Twig is whisked up the stairs, he's gonna like reach out a froggy hand towards Makayla and croak. That is Twig's turn.
Okay. Makayla, you are brought back to life by Selene's grace.
Yeah, so I'd say, what, like, Makayla would see was just, like, this complete inky blackness, and then sort of emerging from it would just be, like, this ebony, like, beak-shaped mask, sort of emerge from it, and just sort of stare at her, slowly getting closer, and then suddenly that blackness is like erupts with the same like pool of stars as the Twilight Sanctuary, and the mask kind of just retreats back into the darkness, and Makayla awakens.
When you do, you hear a croak.
As she then uses half her movement speed to get up and sort of gasps, and sees like Chuman, I guess, like dragging her away, and Zoaz defiantly standing in front of this monster. Darn, I don't have web. My second level spell sized. She's going to
Quickly leave.
magic. So let's throw a magic stone, shall we? At the tentacle thing.
I told you.
Otug. How about another? Nope. One doesn't hit either.
One does not hit. As you wing these stones, it's kind of like there's like this slow-mo jiggle when they blast into them with the magical propulsion. It appears that it does not have any effect. As they do not puncture the beast.
We are retreating, right?
Zoaz says, "Indeed."
Understood. And well, that's as much as she can retreat with half movement. I assume you let me go, by the way, Chuman.
I do.
Okay.
I regret to inform you that it makes a attack of opportunity.
Oh, fuck. Oh yeah, none of those hit. Well, shit. Alright.
You're in the dim light.
11
11.
does not hit.
Ooh. Okay. As you leave your current location, there's like a slap as it curls around Zoaz and impacts your last location, but you're good.
And for Makayla.
Hey,
Thank you.
Shoutouts to Twilight. What? Shoutouts to Twilight. Shoutouts to Selene.
Shoutouts to Selene, indeed.
Big shoutouts to Salade.
big ups to my moon mom in the sky.
Alright. Speaking of big ups, Bufaga is going to lurch into the candlelight and then hurdle a few people. Sorry, he's not going to hurdle a few people. He's going to hurdle 3 more blood darts at the person carrying the frog.
Please.
I'm on temp HP. Ow.
I'm just trying to live my life.
9 total damage from these
Same roll.
impacts of force blast into you. Being propelled by blood and darkness and evil. Ah! You can hear Bufaga's like frustrated screaming. He's going to take a leap. He's going to jump because he's a frog. He's going to frog jump.
Not the only frog around here.
Boing! On top of the desk, so you can get a better vantage point. And like the desk jostles, the satchels go everywhere. The candles kind of roll a bit. The journal that was placed back flops back to the ground. He's not cool enough to do this while he's casting magic, the blood darts, but it is now Chuman and Zoaz's turn.
I wish, let's see, Chuman seeing Makayla just barely get by, is actually going to pick her up, and
You were grappled again.
Oh,
yep.
Get
Use
going, buddy.
expeditious retreat to dash out.
Nice. Kind of like thumb the ring. That's
Imagine you're like a princess carrying Makayla out of here.
Yeah, you just feel a very harsh pull,
Okay.
and just human just running out of breath up the stairs.
Yeah,
And then-
you can get it to the stairs as you're about.
And as he's leaving, says, "Zoaz, let's go."
And for Chuman.
Okay. Speaking of Zoaz,
Speaking of Zoaz, Zoaz, noticing that the creature has, its attention was fixated on Makayla, Zoaz is instead going to take the dash action and follow suit, sprinting up the stairwell.
tentacles whip around, slap at the place that you were there, but can't hit Zoaz. He's going. Spotted an opportunity in a brief moment of the beast's distraction. You are now upstairs as well.
So Zoaz whips around the corner, past Pastiche. And... Thank you, Selene.
Okay, this one.
Thank you, Selene.
Thank you, Mom.
I can just hear from her, "Remember to bless up."
Brush your teeth.
Let's see.
Get a good night's rest.
Scrambling. Right next to Pastiche. This emaciated husk of a wanderer seems to slightly resemble a Khorzaire in the dim light. It's just scowling. There's like bits of drool that it just flecks onto your face with its
Ew.
full-out screen. It's pretty gross. What would you like to do?
We're gonna smack it across the face with some acid.
Hell yeah.
And there you.
That double
Oh,
dog
3.
game. Got him!
Oh,
Oh!
He looked at me wrong, so I splashed him with acid.
The Zombone does not like that one bit. And just corrodes, dissipates. It is eaten away by this acid. Is very strong. It hurts.
Hey, baby. Hi, baby.
Hello, Sigma.
Alright, Pastiche, you have dispatched this bad guy. What would you like to do?
Pastiche is going to like kick at it a little, send it back down the stairs, check that everyone's accounted for, and continue heading upward.
Okay. You are also on this. Okay. Which brings us to Xalia.
He walks out the front door.
Alright, goodbye.
She goes back to the library. Finish their reading.
It's hot outside.
It is. You see like a crashed bike to the right,
Exactly.
or you know, on the street.
Uh-huh.
No.
Okay.
Why'd someone leave their bike here?
Where is
That wasn't there before.
Quote on the scene? He's not.
Weird.
Sorry, Quote's not here. Quote, there's only a Twig. Where's Twig? Let's put Twig.
Yeah, there's 2 twigs.
Let's see here. There's Twig.
There.
Held by Pastiche. Alright. Let's see. You all hightail it up the stairs see. What will Bufuga do? 1, 2, 3. Okay. As you all run up and around the stairwell, trying to put as much distance between yourselves and the bookbinder Bufuga and this horrifying, hideous creature called an outta. You all run out. Pastiche holding Twig, who has been transmogrified into a frog. Transfogrified.
Transfogrified.
And Zoaz invoking the Mytoselenate to guide you all forward through this home. You hear like a crack of wood splintering upon receiving a heavy weight upon it. As you look back and you see Bufuga has leapt onto the bottom stairs, and he appears to be in hot pursuit. And you can see some tentacles behind him, so too does the outta. As you all make your way towards less claustrophobic rooms and doorways, and potentially the outside. That's where we'll end tonight's session.
All right.